Alright, so engineer. Talon mercenary.
Alright, Eric, tell us about this.
So this kit doesn't really play like other kits. We did a lot of work on his melees. So he doesn't have your typical melees. He doesn't have a melee. He doesn't have a heavy melee. Instead, he's got his what we call the Omni Bow or Omni Crossbow. So if you tap your melee, he'll fire a quick multi-shot, and if you hold it, you can focus fire those arrows, which I'll show in game. On top of that, he's got this cane trip mine. I should mention that this is the first kit where all of his powers are grenade based. So he has no cooldown powers at all. Now he does have a mechanic for regenerating grenades built into his passive, and that is affected by his encumbrance. So you do still care about how heavy your guns are. Just not as much as other kits. And then there's a final upgrade up here for increasing the rate that those grenades are recharged. So cane trip mine, you'll see it in game. It's basically a tripwire, massive damage, similar to recon mine damage. Let's quickly spec this here. And then he's got two modal powers. Once he uses this, he loads a few arrows onto his Omnibow. So normally your Omnibow fires just regular arrows that do, a moderate amount of damage. These will drastically increase the damage you do, as well as some additional effects. Like concussive arrows are really based on crowd control, knocking enemies down, even through their shields. You can add a shock effect here for combos, chill effect for debuff, and then here increase the number of arrows shot. Armor piercing is your heavy damage power. So this is if you really want to rip apart armored targets. I actually spec this wrong here.
Eric, does the Spitfire have any defense bonuses like the Typhoon does?
No, it does not. So that's another disadvantage compared to the Typhoon. And it doesn't have inherent penetration. Let's redo this here. I'm going to go for heavy armor damage. Grab some concussive arrows. So this guy, similar to the Shadow, his we replaced all his melee upgrades with bow upgrades, bow damage upgrades, and then as well, if you take melee bonuses, gear or consumables, that will increase the bow damage.
Jordan, they really want you to just say shepherd.
Shepherd. Shepherd.
Let's do that quickly here. For guns, let's do some new guns here. So let's do the R8s. How about that?
Whole chat is lighting up saying that you sound like Rex. So that was pretty awesome.
This guy, you definitely want the Omni Blade attachment, because that will affect his bow damage. Let's also take...
They want you to be Harbinger.
Let's just take the one gun.
A lot of people are saying that they need to get the Geth before Eric decides to nerf it.
Yeah, we'll see how these play out. We did a lot of play testing and trying to come up with balanced kits. It's always difficult once it gets out in the wild and we have millions of people playing it. Fans always seem to find some builds that are more powerful than we anticipated.
And for the people asking about the Lancer, we'll play with the Lancer in a bit, not right now.
So I will take...
I had the Lancer the last game.
So seeing some questions about whether or not we're going to have a trailer after this for the DLC, and the answer to that is stay tuned.
There it is. Let's do this. Okay.
So, Eric, while you were specking out there, a lot of people commented on a certain piece of gear that you passed over that we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, there's 2 new pieces of gear in here. I think I moused over this one here earlier. Not sure if people caught that. We'll keep that as a surprise. I won't use it in game, but and from the description you can basically tell what it does. And there's a new guest scanner we announced. Maybe I'll show that later on the Vanguard. So here's your engineer. He's got a quick multi-shot. And then if you hold, he's got focused, and then you can hold and let go whenever you want. Top of that, the trip mines. With a small delay, you get your laser if an enemy trips it. Massive explosion. You can have 3 of them in the world. And then if I load my armor piercing, I get arrows on my shoulders. So I get 2 shots. And it increases the number of arrows I shoot. Keep cover here.
So this guy is by far my favorite kit of the new DLC. The Omnibow is the funnest thing to use.
I'm just playing the death here. This is going to be a challenge.
Grenade.
Oops. I'm using concussive.
Grenade.
You do realize now you're going to be asked to be in every live stream ever.
I see.
So Eric, can you load multiple bows into a queue?
No, you can only have one. So that's his drawback here. So you have to be continuously using grenades to load your ammo. That's where he gets most of his damage.
Can you get headshots with the Omnibow?
Who is this stream to? No, you cannot. Fire projectiles just like powers do. Powers cannot get headshots. So this is your upgrade large death shield. There's the fembot.
Aim like powers on consoles.
It does aim like power. So when I have someone targeted, I lock onto them. And so as I see if I can find it.
Does the Omnibow count as melee kills or kills?
So once I lock on here, as I strafe, I lock onto them. Sorry, what was the last question?
Does it count as a melee kill or a projectile kill?
It counts as a... that's a good question. I believe it's melee. Have to double check that. As you can see, it does a lot of damage. The armor piercing arrows do a ton of damage. So with this kit, you don't have to use a gun. When I play him, you generally find I almost never fire my gun.
So Eric, getting some questions about whether or not there are any new hazard maps.
No, we have no new maps.
We put all the love and the time into the kits themselves to kind of make them the most fantastic ones we've done.
It still does have the overcover graph.
Got a lot of
concussive arrows here. Well, I guess we should have switched the map and faction here.
So the comment was, yes, those are the most fantastic kits we've done until Eric nerfs them. But I will say that the number of new powers per kit is actually more than any of the other previous DLCs. So. And Reckoning comes out tomorrow morning. And the number of characters in Reckoning is somewhere between 5 and 7.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, somewhere between them.
That is accurate.
Concussive arrows has a chance to knock down enemies with the shield. There we go, all dynamic. So, and as you can see, they're being frozen here. That's because I had the chill upgrade on the arrows.
I'm also using snap freeze.
Ah.
So, after the match, I'll be opening up my live stream as well for anyone who wants to see my perspective. So, and I'll be posting that in the chat afterwards.
And mine to a little bit more.
You already got another request to take Shepard.
I don't know, I kind of want him to say stop whining.
No one is watching. I thought it's all going very well.
Well, I can change that in a second if you want.
I see. Being a giant robot is pretty sweet.
So his heavy melee is this Omni bow. When I when you hold your heavy melee, he fires the bow. It allows him to, as you see, the beams will kind of center, and then you can fire all your arrows at the one target. And they are seeking arrows.
Oh, I think you booted that guy off the arc quite a bit.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. He just went flying.
Does his heavy melee count as grenades as well? Or count toward grenades?
Only if you're using, not by itself, no. It's only when you load in your armor piercing or concussive arrows will use grenade.
Does the hex shield protect from explosions?
No, it does not. only direct weapon bullets or projectiles.
Are any of the new classes ultra rare?
One of them is. Let's say which one.
Eric, does the heavy melee get bonuses from power or melee amplifiers?
So the way it works is your powers, so armor-piercing arrows or contested arrows get bonuses from powers, the power upgrades, and then the actual arrow damage itself gets bonuses from melee.
Cool.
So you do wanna, if you wanna maximize your bow, you do want to get both of those bonuses. Melee is preferable because it's probably somewhere between 50 to 75% of damage comes from melee.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, I can lay them on the ground.
Oh god.
Okay, we'll wrap up this game and do another kit.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
I don't think this Nemesis will be able to finish this off here.
She might. She might.
Not anymore.
Eric,
Yeah.
you mind just quickly saying something about repair matrix, since probably anyone who's watching my stream is going to be wondering about that?
Sure. Quickly, I saw a question. You can have 3 of these mines out. So yeah, if everyone wants to just die, we'll start a new match. So the Alliance Infiltration Unit, her new power is, so she has Tactical Cloak, variant of Tactical Cloak. She has the last bottom evolution is shotgun based instead of sniper. So she's really a close range infiltrator. That's how we designed her. She has Snap Freeze. And then her third power is Repair Matrix. Basically how that works, it's grenade based. You consume a grenade every time you use it, and it lasts about 15 or 20 seconds. And basically if you go down, your systems will repair you, and you'll get back up once per cast. On top of that, while it's active, it repairs your shields and gives you some a bunch of different bonuses, like melee bonuses, movement speed bonuses. So it makes her extremely survivable. All right,
Eric,
so
you
I will.
want to do the Vanguard for this one?